Welcome back. Hey, people.
Good
It's another
evening.
week of I ain't trying to be funny, but
But
with Keita and Kim. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim.
what it is, player.
See, you ain't matching energy with me.
Oh, sorry. How you doing?
I need you to be like, what up, Taylor?
It's so funny because let me tell you about my new. It's not new. This is not new. Definitely not new. Annoying thing of the week. But this is my annoying thing of the week. So I'm already watching concerts on YouTube for the Lolo Costa free, right?
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
I'm watching Chris Brown. Somebody finally put up the entire concert. I'm watching it. Y'all put it on YouTube. I'm watching it. You know I'm a Sea Breezy fan forever.
Hmm.
The crowd is singing louder than him. And I'm just like, y'all shut the hell up. Like, did you come to sing with Chris Brown or you came to see Chris Brown?
You
What?
don't sing at concerts
No.
at all?
Not at all. So like you know how
Okay.
no, not whole songs. Like if, say for instance, if the song was I ain't trying to be funny, but I would sing but like you know how there's the ad libs and stuff. I'll do ad libs maybe, but I'm actually paying attention to the concert. I am enjoying the artist. So you saying you sing the whole time?
I don't sing the whole time either, but I do sing at concerts, especially when it gets to my part. You know, like if you at Jill Scott concert and she hit that part, you gotta go grits.
Grant, what's wrong
You know,
with it? I ain't trying to
or
be funny. I'm just saying, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just
I
sing the
I
one
think I
thing.
sing a good part of it though, but not louder than the artist. That what I hate is the people recording the whole thing. Like you got your phone in front of my face.
My
Have you seen that? You see that video where the guy got his phone up recording and somebody snatches it from him
snatched it.
and he
Yep.
turned around and he don't see who it is. Ooh,
You don't see him.
I think I
I
watched that
saw that.
12 times. I was like, wow.
Yeah. But I'm just like, it's just kind of annoying because I'm just like, I can't, I mean,
But that's why they don't
when
want
I
people
tell you I
recording it.
love Chris Brown, I'm telling you, I just want to hear his voice. And it's just all you can hear is the crowd. And at one point, I was just like, is Chris Brown even annoyed? But probably not, because he's
Probably not.
dancing and singing, and
And that means that the people
the
are in
track
it.
is playing.
Yeah, and the audience is into it. They're giving him
Yeah.
energy. They know his songs. That's love right there. That people love you so much. They know all the words.
Whew.
It's just annoying for the people watching. But I think that's the problem with people recording on their phones and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
if it were an official videographer or a photographer for the show, they would filter out most of that noise and they would be getting the feed directly from the stage. So that's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what you get for trying to watch bootlegs.
But the worst one, I went to this one actually in person.
Mhm.
Her opened up for Chris Brown. So I've seen him twice live. So it's not like I've never seen him before. But her opened up for Chris Brown. And when I tell you I had the neck, I was like, why are y'all singing over this little girl? Like, she's a great singer, but she doesn't project as loud. You know what I mean? Her songs are mostly mellow R&B songs or whatever category it is. But I couldn't hear her. I mean, these little girls were like dead in my ear. Like, and I'm just going,
Can I enjoy the show myself, please?
what?
Are you the only
Yeah,
one allowed to have fun at this show? Yeah.
right. So Kim not going to him no more. Kim is gonna just watch YouTube and go to those that don't allow phones or have a very intimate setting where that's not really allowed. Like City Winery. I've never been, but I imagine that it's not as bad because
It's not.
the way the tables.
It's not. It's just a little close. You got to be ready to be, real good friends with the people at your in your area by the time it's over, because it feel
Yeah.
like you done just slept with them.
But Jill, you
City
stupid. Jill
winery.
Scott.
Wait.
Jill Scott, I was on the front row for both Jill Scott when she was at Chastain, and she got so annoyed with the cameras that she has a segment during her concert that is just for pictures, and then she goes, "Now put them away."
Yeah.
And
like
I've heard, yeah, and I've heard Rochelle Farrell walked off the stage because of it.
mm,
Yeah, so
well,
I don't know. It was just so
I
that's
don't
what I was
care for
doing.
shows that make you lock your phone up though. I don't. Oh, that makes me. It messes with my control issues or something. I don't like it at all. What's something happening? I got kids. I got parents in their 70s. I gotta have my phone. I cannot stand that. I be real. I can't get into the show because I need my phone. I don't have to use it, and I'm not one of those record the whole show kind of people, or anything, or be texting during the show. That's not me. But I need people. I need to be able to know if there's an emergency, and not 3 hours later.
I get it. I
I
get
got a
it.
problem.
I've been to one thing that didn't allow phones. It
And they
started on time and they
they lock up
locked
your
it.
watch now too.
Oh yeah.
Like if you got an
Uh
Apple Watch, because they know you can use it, they want your watch too. I was mad. That was Dave Chappelle
mm,
at State Farm.
mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep my watch. They take the phone, and then I'll know if I got any, emergencies. And they were like, mm-mm, they wouldn't let me through.
Mm.
I was hot.
Yeah, I
So
don't
hot.
know. I guess I'm a music. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm a musician. I don't know, but I just really want to hear the artists. I don't want to hear other people. Y'all can't sing anyway. So shush. But anyway, let's get into it. I got some energy. Let's do this.
I see. All right, you ready? So this week we are going to talk about only scripted shows. Power Book 2, Ghost, and House of the Dragon.
Hot D.
So we're gonna start out with they say this is a big rich town. Boom, 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 boom. I just happen to come apart. Yeah. So
Mm.
legal, baby. I gotta make it. Yeah. What's the part I tell you I like? I'm an undercover liar. I lie under the covers. I like that part. I don't know, something that I love. I don't know. I like that part.
You and that song, and then the P Valley song. You just be singing the hell out of that damn P Valley
Oh,
song.
wait till we get to House of the Dragon, because I'm ready for that too. Bum 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 bum. Uh, I was so
Something
used to
about
that
that
shit.
House Ice and Fire song is just, I don't know. If you're a fan,
Yeah, but okay, so we'll get to it. And we'll get to it. Okay, so okay. What happened this week was okay, so last week you gave the episode a D plus C minus. I gave it a C plus. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a D. I did not like this episode. And that's why I was like, I ain't gotta talk about this shit. Cause I just didn't like it. I didn't. They got Tariq, I say Tariq. They got Tariq
Tyreek.
doing work study.
And he
A
got three
drug
jobs.
dealer doing work study. I'm mad at
Three
that.
jobs.
I was like, come on now.
And all of them always got to have an attitude. I mean, listen, you and I did go to HBCUs. That's not an HBCU, but we had to deal with some stuff.
Tankness in the office. You talking about like financial aid and student accounts and all that.
Yeah. We had to deal with some bullshit. I'm talking about some
You only
bullshit.
gonna attract a certain kind of person that wants to work in those offices anyway. And it's like in the interview that they say, how stank can you get? I need to
Yeah,
see it. It's
exactly.
like it's
It's
got to be
like,
part of the interview process, or it's on their CV. I'm with the shits. Must be on their resume, because yeah. So
yes.
anyway,
I
let me
mean, it
tell you
makes
how much
no
I
sense.
don't care about so much. Like I could fast forward through so many scenes. I don't care about Michael Ealy and his storyline.
I do not
Care
either.
about Diana being preggers. I don't care about
Unnecessary.
I don't care anything about Drew and his feelings about his boyfriend.
Gordo.
Yeah, I don't
Don't care.
care. Don't care. I don't care. Tasha in witness protection, but everybody know where she is. Like, come on, y'all. And she's obviously close. They ain't even put her in witness protection like in Arizona
In Arizona, right?
or somewhere where they usually send. But they ain't send her to Idaho or wherever. Where is she? New Jersey? Like, he did not go far.
No, he went down the street.
Well, she said she wasn't in town, so I'm guessing that she's at least
She in Athens.
Athens.
Athens to Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like she in Syracuse or somewhere. She's still in the state. It looked like, or just right across the bridge in New Jersey. I mean, New Jersey is right there. I was like, y'all playing with my feelings. So, and I didn't even need to see her working in the dollar store or Walmart or wherever that was supposed to be.
But I have a question.
Big Lots. Where was she working? What's your question?
I have a question. My question is, the statement was made that people are trying to get back at Tasha. Who trying to get back at Tasha? Who is she even witnessing, protecting from? Because her and Tommy done made up. So who is she being caught? Who?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But she probably needs to stay there because she tried to kill Monet, and when Monet finds out,
but she don't know that yet. But who's looking for Tasha? I just want to know who's looking for Tasha.
I don't remember because I don't remember why she had to go into witness protection anyway. I don't remember all of that.
Because she testified against Tommy.
But did she go back? I mean, do she go back to them and say, "Oh, hey, me and Tommy cool. He came."
No, because remember she wasn't supposed to see him.
Yeah, so she can't. How's she gonna get out of it? You saying why is she still in it?
No. I'm saying who's looking for who? Because I'm trying to.
She gotta stay in there unless she tells the police, "Hey, me and Tommy made up." She can't do that. So right. Might as well just.
But it was somebody said, I don't know if it was Carter or somebody else, but they were just like, oh, he said, who's gunning for Tasha? I said, who's gunning for Tasha? Because the statement was people are gunning for Tasha. I'm like, who's gunning for Tasha?
I don't know. Who cares?
But that's what I'm saying. This shit ain't adding up no more.
I ain't trying to add it up. I really don't care. I'm like, what episode we on? When is this over? It's just not a good season so far. It's not.
No. Okay, so I give it a get on my nerves D. Okay, couple of things. Well, first let me say this before I say. We finally found out how old Tariq and Brayden are. They are 20. Brayden said it. Remember, we kept saying, we kept trying to figure out how long he been in college and what year is he. And
Brayden said he was 20 in this episode.
Brayden said he was 20. Right. So, okay. So, that's what I wanted. This is what I'm interested in. So now that Monet has two things Monet has figured out. Number one, she overheard Drew and Diana basically saying Drew wanted to overdose her on these pills. Well, no.
We don't know what all she heard.
We don't know how.
Yeah.
We don't know how much she heard, but there was enough for her to question to the new character, Golden Brooks. So are we going to get a new character every week? So the new character, Golden Brooks, she said to her, did I ruin my kids? She heard something enough for her to say that. Plus, remember, she in her little dreams, flashback, whatever you want to call it, she did say she wanted to live long enough to make it up to her kids. So she is feeling kind of motherly right now. But then in the same vein, she also figured out that it was Diana who impersonated her with Kate, because otherwise, who else would do it and why?
They didn't say it explicitly though. Like she didn't say, "Oh, that must have been Diana." That wasn't
but she figured it out.
She should have, but we didn't. Yeah. It wasn't explicitly shown that she figured it out. I think all she heard was them saying they better than her. I don't know that she heard them talking about switching her pills, because
I know, but I'm just saying they hate her.
To the door. Yeah.
Yeah. She knows they hate her.
Yeah, she don't know yet that they plotted to kill her. So when that comes out, I'll be happy about it. Kill them all. Kill all. Drew can go.
Which is gonna be
Diana can
interesting
go.
because it's a question of, we don't, like you said, we don't, so I'll acknowledge we really don't know how much she heard, but let's just say she heard the tail end of the "we are better than her and don't kill her with these pills." That what would be the next step? Would she kill them? Would she ask Cane to kill them? Would she be like, I did this to my kids. I need to accept responsibility.
No, I think her next step is she gonna go try to find Kate and find out who told her. Like, ask her directly, who told you about this?
Kate don't know black people, a
She
black
can
girl.
say it
Like,
was a young black girl and describe what she looked like and everything. So she, and then at that point, if she finds out, "Oh, okay, so it's this bitch Diana trying to kill me or tried to kill me," then she'll probably send Cane to kill his sister.
to kill.
Because
Yeah.
she
So
always
that's
uses Cane like that, which
even
I
though
hate.
even though she tried to doubt that Cane was the one who killed. Cane the only one asking questions. Okay.
Yeah, she uses him. And it's hurtful to him. You can see he always wants her attention and affection.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but speaking of Cane, you think he and Noma about to be smashing? Did you see that look
Yeah.
that passed between them? I was like, okay.
She don't want Obi, I can tell you that.
He don't want her neither, apparently.
Oh, he did. He did offer.
He don't want her.
And she she gave him the smush face, like, if you don't get out of here with that bullshit. But I also, what do you think about Effie blowing off her interview for Cane?
That was dumb to me. And it really annoyed me. That wasn't pressing in that moment. They could have gone after the interview. So
I also feel like it's stupid to have her. And this is a girl. This is a child. So children just walking in there talking to Russians.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking about the Crips and the Bloods. We're talking about Russians.
Don't get me started on that, though. I got my own thing about the Russians. It's a pet peeve of mine that in the movies, the baddest MFs on the planet are always the Russians. Like, as many people as the black folks kill in the hood and all that kind of stuff, they still always scared of the Russians. Even the white folks in America, they can be the baddest, be at the highest level, and they always still scared of the Russians. It irritates me. Like, quit acting like they the
Remind me to
baddest.
tell you something when we hang up, because you know I used to work over there. So remind me to tell you something. But yeah, that was too far. It was so way over there. I'm just like,
I mean, we're watching it just to finish it out at this point.
Well, my thing is the difference between this show and the one that I absolutely don't like, which is the Kanan one. It's not Rock sending her flunkies to do the work, to make these connections, to do these agreements. It's Rock going. She's the one who knew all of these people that was in charge of these various drug groups, I don't know what you call them, gang, cliques,
triads.
Yeah, all that.
All got names, yeah.
But she was the one who was doing all of the negotiations and this and that, or Marvin. But that's his name, right? But these are adults. I don't understand why Noma is sitting back and I don't get it. She wants them to do everything.
Too. She didn't ask.
I get it, but I get it.
Let her. She like, go try. Go ahead. See what you can do. Because she don't care if Effie gets killed or not, or you know what I'm saying? She's just like, but if you can make it work, go for it. That's why.
I don't know. It's just weird
It's
that
weird to me that these kids are running all of New York. 3 kids in their 20s. Well, actually,
all
it's more
right.
than 3. It's Tariq, Braden, Kane, and Effie are running New York, and they're all in their 20s. Everybody else is running around like, what's happening? What we doing? You know. And then again, this week, the whole thing when Michael Ealy and his partners were talking about Tariq being at that scene of the crime, it brought back up from last week. We were like, why did he give that story to the news? Why did he involve himself and Braden? Why would they put themselves in that? You just painted a target on your own back. It was just kind of, that's lazy writing. So
Lazy writing only to introduce a new character, which is Michael Ealy. And I don't like he was unnecessary. He was unnecessary. The pregnancy was unnecessary. Who is it? Tariq's? Or is it the boy she was
the candy
making?
shop guy,
It was the
maybe.
cat. I'm just like, what? And why do we care?
If the
It's
show is
getting ready
going
to
off,
go
what difference
off.
does it make? Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess just, I guess to test her allegiance, whether it's going to be to her family or to her baby daddy. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. At this point, like I said, I'm waiting until the show ends because it was really good the first 2 seasons, and
Really
and
interesting.
then now it's just kind of, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't have anything other than Kane always come with the jokes,
with the
with the
one-liners,
snaps,
yeah,
with the one-liners when he called Drew and Diana Bobby and Whitney.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, he always got something. And Effie, of course, brought up that Diana trying to be a sorority girl, which was the one that Kane said last season. So yeah, I like
yeah.
that part. But yeah.
Back to Monet and them. It kind of annoyed me that Drew and Diana even talked about it in the house. Like, y'all couldn't go get in the car. Y'all couldn't go walk up the street. Like, why would you stand in the kitchen and talk about murdering your mama with your mama in the house? You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of stuff is soap opera-ish. That's the kind of stuff used to happen on soap operas. Somebody listening and people are talking about it and they listen and then they go and yeah, it just was it's corny. So, and Tasha working at Dollar Tree. Just, you know what? Just nobody saved any money. Yeah, I
In the
understand.
next neighborhood.
I understand Tariq lost his money, from with Braden's family. His trust fund is gone. But where's the rest of his money? You
What you
got to
mean?
steal your own car. He wasn't keeping none of it on the side. Would you, if you were a drug dealer, would you put
Well,
all?
he did. Remember, he got it out the wall at the school.
But it
That's
still ain't
all he
enough.
had.
Yeah,
It,
why is that all he had though? I'm saying he wasn't socking away more than that on his own. I just,
but
I
the
just
work
don't
study, I
like it.
think, is connected to tuition.
It
So
is.
whatever he had socked away apparently wasn't even enough to pay for tuition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because at
He
least that's
should
what
have
they
had
want
that
us to
much.
think.
He should have had enough to get a new car. He's about, I don't even have enough for an Uber. No, not listening. To get off my TV with this. I don't like it right now. So,
But I will say this. I will say this. The difference between Power and Power Book 2 is Ghost was an adult when we were introduced to him. And I'm sure he made some mistakes too when he first got in the game. And so we were introduced to Tariq in this game as a child. So and it's funny too because he acknowledged and I'm glad the writers were smart enough to at least say that when Tariq said, "I'm supposed to be smarter than all these civilians." You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yeah, you are. Like, why didn't you you're supposed to have money and guns all over New York
yep.
because that's what your daddy had. And he knew that's what his dad had too. So it didn't make sense that at least that part that he would have done exactly like Ghost. So that part, that's why I get annoyed because I'm like, y'all trying to say he ain't learned nothing from Ghost. I mean nothing.
Well, he
So,
didn't because he hated Ghost and
right.
rejected
But he knew about
anything.
those. He
But
knew
he was
about that though.
rejecting him. So why would he do anything Ghost did? Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he acts like he's anti-Ghost, but he ain't doing nothing but being him all over
Yeah.
again. Just not a smart enough version of it.
Yeah.
He didn't learn the smart things. So anyway,
Right.
I think enough of them. Because I want to talk about the real deal. I'm ready for Podcast of the Dragon, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right.
It's
Let's
been two
do it.
years. It's been 2 years.
I know.
Yes, I was so excited.
Hot
We had a
D.
whole watch party. I had the House of the Dragon wine and my shirt on. I was ready. They started out with the theme song, got us in the mood. It's got the tapestry. They showing the history of the Targaryens. It was a pretty cool start to the season for the most part. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was solid. I was excited. Oh, and then they were at Winterfell. We get to see some Starks. I was like, yay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it kind of, but okay, let's go.
Let's get into it. Let's get
Let's
into
get
it.
into
So
it.
it started out, Jace was visiting the Starks at the wall.
Mhm.
So that brought back a whole shitload of Game of
Yeah,
Thrones memories.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Jace was at first. I was like, who's this? Yeah, they got, he's grown up now. He ain't the little
Yep.
boy in the tunnels fighting and stuff. He a grown man now. So we
Yeah.
get to see a little bit more with that.
Yeah.
The actor playing Rhaenyra did her damn thing. Or
She's
there.
really good.
They go
She's
by
really
day. So they did their thing in this episode.
She did good. And to be honest with you, I thoroughly I just have to give, I think his name, Patty Pattinson, whatever his name is, the guy who played Viserys. He played the shit out of that. Patty, I think is his name. He played the shit out of that role. So yeah, I think these two, they are rocking and rolling in this role. They are doing the damn thing. But anyway, go ahead.
Rhaenyra
I
didn't
agree.
even have any lines until almost the end of the whole show. And
Mhm.
she only said 4 words the whole episode. I want Aemon Targaryen. That's all she said. That's all they said. I was just like, yes, 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 yes. Because Aemon killed her son. And I was like, we got to get some retribution for the baby. Because it was, they made it look like an accident last season. But Aemon didn't come back home and say, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do it. He's owning it like he did it on purpose. So he can get it. He can go. Yeah.
The
And
title of the show was A Son for a Son.
yes, Lord. Yes, it was. And that's what we got. So, but back up. And I didn't realize this before, but I saw online that the dragon, so Rhaenyra's dragon is the mother of the dragon that Luke was riding when he got killed. And so that's why her dragon was grieving too. I thought that was really deep. I was like,
It was that whole, I love everything about that whole scene about her looking for evidence that her son was killed. Something that can, with closure.
Yeah, who got the body? That's what,
Yeah.
Black folks be wanting to see the body or see some evidence. And
Yeah.
so she's not Black, but I felt her on that. Like I wouldn't believe it until I saw it myself or something. So she saw like some of his clothes. They never did show his body. And in the book, and you didn't read the book, but in the book, it's never 100% confirmed that he's dead, but he couldn't be alive, basically. There's
not falling out the sky like that. I don't care if he fell in the water. You gonna fall in the water and hundreds of
eaten by sharks and
or whatever's in the water. Yeah, but I mean, you're doing 100 and something or whatever, hundreds of miles per barreling down from the sky. And that was a child,
and he was like 12, right? So there were people. Somebody posted on my page, I think he's not dead. I was like, that baby's dead. Like, just don't let your mind go there. If they try to bring that child back, I'm gonna be hot with it. Because that's ridiculous.
I am too, because why? I mean,
just to make it look like all of this started over nothing. But they've got enough of that. There's one thing, there's not the one thing, but that's one of the things I don't like about the show compared to the book, is that the show is trying to make it look like this war between Allison and Rhaenyra is all a bunch of misunderstandings and mistakes. No, no.
I mean, a lot of it is though, just like Allison put in her damn. He didn't even say our son Aegon. I mean, she just took that shit and ran with it.
But that's what I'm
like,
talking about.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in the book, that's not how he died. He didn't have no dying declaration of that on his deathbed.
Okay.
He just quietly died. And so that's why I'm like, the show is making it out to make it look like it's a misunderstanding, or like she took, like you said, like she took it and ran with it, which she did in the show, but that's not how the book was.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I just, I guess they wanted to be a little gray area for us. Like they say, everybody must choose. It's way more obvious.
Yeah. Well, George R.R. Martin said that he was fine with, the creative license that they took to, make these changes. So, and I don't know if they would have, I don't know, but he said he was cool with it. So
I think it would have been a more clear decision whether people were team black or team green. This way it makes it interesting. Of all of us who were at our watch party on Sunday, well, actually, everybody there was team black, but there's one person who wasn't able to make it who's team green. And we're all like, what? You gonna be team green? That's crazy. But
jealousy. The theme of this damn show was jealousy. Sir Kristen, the whole Allison sleeping with him. I'm just like, oh.
yeah, they started out first. He had his head buried between her legs. I was like, oh, okay, now Sir Kristen, he's just really. I would hate to be. Yeah, you want to be working. It's a big show. He's making a lot of money, but I'd hate for my character to be a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he real bitch made in this show. I would hate that to be my. But people see him, they're gonna be like, "Boo, you suck."
But it's so funny. He's the best looking person on this show, period. And he is full of bitch assness. And my thing is like, you doing all of this and you talking about Rhaenyra and she's spoiled and she this, and you running up behind Allison doing the same damn shit, and you still ain't gonna be her king. So
You still doing it in private. Well, it might be out now because they were in the middle of the
not Harren
Helena.
Hall. No,
Helena. Oh,
no, the guy with the slew foot,
Laris.
Laris. Yeah, Laris was like, so I heard she was busy.
He said you were indisposed. She like, and what you come to say? She's like, mind your business. What you want?
So I bet you he know what's going on.
He knows, and now Helena knows. Helena saw. She ain't just heard a rumor.
Right. She know everything.
That weirdo.
But Larry said he took care of all that. So no. Helena is the daughter, sister-in-law. What the hell? This damn incesty shit.
You know them Targaryens.
You the daughter and the sister. You the daughter and the daughter-in-law.
She the daughter and daughter-in-law. Just like Aegon is married to his sister wife. It's too much. It's too much.
That's what I'm saying.
And Aemon's.
He's getting ready to marry.
No, I'm just saying Helena is Aemon's sister-in-law.
Right.
And her kids are Aegon's kids are his
cousin uncles,
son nephews. Yeah, it's just a mess. It's a mess. Yeah.
Some shit, boy. Listen, if you don't have your shit together, you're gonna be like what?
It's real incesty, and we watching it like it ain't nothing. Like they're not poisoning our minds, but you could if somebody's sitting back watching this, they could, as mad as folks were about sorcery and witchcraft and Harry Potter, they should be mad about this show with the incest and the murder and the rape. It's a lot. It's a lot. So what? I got a question
My
for you.
headset said battery low, but I got all my lights on my thing. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. If it cuts out again, I'll tell you to put it on pause. But go ahead.
I like the line where Damon is like, she off grieving and ain't running the show. Rhaenyra need to be here handling business. And Rhaenys is like, it's a
Yeah.
mother, she's grieving, blah, blah, blah. And he looked at Rhaenys and was like, well, you could have handled all of this. We wouldn't be grieving shit if you had went in there and flamed on in that hall like you should have. I
Right.
love that was brought out in the open. I was just like, yes, because you could have ended all of this mess.
But she had already said it wasn't her war to start.
It don't matter. It wouldn't have been no war. There wouldn't have been a war if she had killed everybody in that hall. Who's gonna be?
At least you got to kill everybody on the stage, on the dais. You got to kill everybody on the dais. Yeah. She definitely could have wiped out everybody, and it would have been the he say she say, because they'd have been like, somebody with a dragon, and that could have been anybody. She had white hair. Okay, she a Targaryen. I mean, it could have been anybody. It could have been Helena with her cuckoo self. I hear them rats under the boards.
If she had killed everybody at that coronation, there would be nobody left to argue. And anybody else in the kingdom would have been like, I guess we better not say nothing. They would have been the ones left with dragons. Everybody else would have been like, not my monkey, not my circus. Look, y'all. Oh, I love Rhaenyra. What? That's my girl. I would never say anything about her.
Right. Bend the knee.
What I wondered though is, going back to the first season, why didn't Rhaenyra and Daemon just tell Corlys and Rhaenys that their son ain't dead?
Just why did wait? Why did Rhaenyra and Daemon just tell them?
Why didn't they just tell him, okay, he not really dead? You know what I'm saying? I think they could have told the parents that.
I agree. And I think they would have understood that, because they knew he was gay. It wasn't like they didn't know.
Exactly.
And I think they should have, but of course, I guess the writers were like, next, like, we gonna just push him off to the side. I honestly feel like he's gonna come back as a character. You don't think so? Why not?
There's no point.
We just said there's no point in all of Power Book 2. We just said there's no point 15 times in Power Book 2.
There's enough to do with this series as is without them bringing people back. None of that needs to happen on this series at all. Don't be bringing back random folks that you thought were dead. That's a Power thing. Nobody's dead on Power unless you saw their brains exploded or something. You know what I'm saying? Like this show doesn't really do that. Folks on here are usually dead or gone and they don't come back. I needed to stay that way. That's all.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I think they would have, and they wouldn't have been so, especially Corlys. Because when he woke up, he was like, she's been the bitch in our side. I think I agree that they could have just told him. Especially because I don't think Rhaenys had anything against Rhaenyra, because that conversation that they had in the little walkway, in the, when I think Rhaenyra was going to choose her guards, Rhaenys was like, they will never accept you as a woman, as their queen or whatever. So I don't think Rhaenys was ever angry, jealous, or anything against Rhaenyra. So I think they should have told them to. But
maybe they were scared that if anybody else knew, I'm just thinking, if anybody else knew, then Rhaenyra and Daemon wouldn't be able to be married.
Well, and the other thing is, you don't know how somebody tell you something, you tell somebody else. They probably would have told the daughters. Don't know, that's his sister.
The granddaughter.
They would have told the sisters. You don't know if the Okay, it went off. Can you still
I can still hear you.
hear me?
Hmm.
Okay. Um, they would have told the sisters, and you don't know how the sisters would have reacted. So that, I guess that's the thing. You know how you can't tell one person unless you want, yeah,
Yeah,
that type of
I
thing.
guess. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, wait, now I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Uh, okay. Oh, I see. Hold on. All right, let's try that. Say something, Chad.
Something, Chad.
Okay, I got it. I'm back to normal. You can still hear me.
I never
All right,
stopped
cool.
hearing you. Hmm.
Yeah, I went to charge these earlier and it said it was fully charged, but it just cut off. I don't know. Anyway, I got my $2, my 30 cent out of my 30 cent from earlier. But uh let's see. I did like the line that Aegon said to Helena when she was talking about those rats. Obviously, there is some mental illness or something. It's something. But the way that he said it, he said, the queen is an enduring mystery, is she not? And I was just like, it's the most polite way to say she cuckoo.
I don't see it that way. I don't see her as being
Oh, wait,
cuckoo.
now where did you go that fast? Hold on. Now I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay, try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think she's cuckoo. I think she's psychic.
Psychic?
And yeah, like she's on a different plane because she's seeing, yeah, she said, I'm not afraid of the dragons. I'm afraid of the rats. And that the rat catcher and the other dude, Blood and Cheese, are the ones that killed her son. That's what she was scared of. So I don't think she's crazy. I think she's just operating on a different plane than they are.
She's the first eclectic person.
Yeah, she's like Luna Lovegood and Harry Potter. Just kind of, but just seeing things differently than they do. But I don't think it's like she's got like she needs to be locked up in an institution or
No,
anything.
no, 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 no. But
Or
it
that
was
she need to be
almost
on
too,
meds.
but
I
it was
think they just
almost also like he didn't even believe they had rats. I'm like, man, what dude? You can hear the rats. Like, why? I mean,
to me, I thought he just misunderstood, and he's just like, why she scared of rats when there's actual dragons out here? Like the rats ain't what's gonna burn up the whole family.
right.
And so he took it as, and at first I was thinking literally rat. I was like, why is she talking about rats? And then I thought, oh yeah, that's right. So and they were showing rats in the castles, a lot of them.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
they have been.
yeah, but the rat catcher and with the cheese traps and all of that, that brought the rat part of it back
Right.
together.
Right.
So I think it's interesting because for a while I was thinking Aegon was going to be kind of more like Joffrey Baratheon, but where we
He
just ended.
was that scene in the with the child. He brought the child to the committee meeting. The
No,
committee.
no, he's got a mean streak, obviously, but he's not rotten to the core like Joffrey was.
Give it
Joffrey,
time.
yeah, Joffrey never said anything at all that could make you like him. No kind of time, never in the whole series. And Aegon was trying to give people money and
Yeah.
give them
Now
their
they did. You're
sheep
right. They did.
back
You're right.
and
That was
things like
funny.
that. So
He
I
was like,
thought
"You need your sheep. Yo, what did he say first?
it was the sheep.
Goats." And then he was like, "No, it's sheep." Okay, whatever. You need your sheep back. All right.
Yeah. And the other guy, he was just like, I'm gonna pay you up front and pay you well. And Otto Hightower was looking like this. Like time he tried to give somebody some money or some cattle, he was like, you don't. So I think he's not completely terrible. And yeah, he had a mean streak
Completely.
like when he was trying to embarrass Thailand. He did after a while say, okay, all right, enough of that. Go on and let the
Only
boy go.
Allison was like, only after Allison was like, we have business. Like,
Joffrey wouldn't have backed down. He
no.
wouldn't. He wouldn't, and he would have done something way more heinous.
Worse.
That's what I'm saying. He's not as terrible
Yet though.
yet. He's not. So
Yeah. I still think he got it in him.
Joffrey was like that from jump, and
He was.
consistently. That's why I say he's not so bad. But anyway, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I thought the scene with Jace and Rhaenyra was touching. That was some good acting too, because he was
It
trying
was.
to come back and be the strong son
And
and all of
report
that,
back.
and report back. But he was back up my brother. I was like, oh, Tink Tink, boy, they do to put it on. Yeah, this episode made us all, I shouldn't say us all, but made me really way more Team Black.
She loves her kids. That's been from day one that she loves her kids. And her kids mean more to her than anything. And I like the interaction. I don't know if it was this is what happens when you rewatch last season and go into this season, but the scene when Jace says that Rhaenyra is perfect. And she's like, I'm far from perfect. And I was just like, he put his mama up there and his mama put them up there. Like they are important to her, you know. So, and she cared about their lessons. She cared about making sure they were fine. You know, she never wanted to
talk trash about them.
Harm. Yeah, she would always say, go to bed, go to bed, go to your room, go to bed. Like she wanted to keep them as innocent as possible. I don't know why after a while she didn't have a conversation with them and just be like, look, your dad got killed in that fire bank. Did you see the bubbles? But anyway, I thought I saw some bubbles coming from my mouth.
I keep seeing circles on your screen, but I thought it was something with the background.
That's funny.
I keep seeing them.
But yeah, she loved those kids. And the fact that she went away and to look for Luke, baby, that's a mother right there.
And I don't appreciate, because I can't stand her, I don't appreciate them trying to humanize Alicent. When they were showing the scene with Rhaenyra, it was the funeral, and then they switch over to Alicent lighting candles, and she lit a candle for Luke. Miss me with that. Like, miss me with that, bitch. Like, I don't care.
But it's so crazy that she even did that, because
did she reply to my letters? Bitch.
Yeah, because just off of her sleeping with Sir Criston, you have been jealous of this girl since day one. Like, and we know it since day one. So you doing that don't mean shit to us, because you literally wanted everything Rhaenyra had.
Yeah, they just wanted to, I think, like I said, they wanted to humanize her and garner some sympathy for her, for the people who are Team Green. Like, you know, she understands there's a mother grieving, and she, you know, even in all of this, she still loves Rhaenyra. No, she needs to do something about them raggedy sons of hers. And
you're horrible.
Yeah, she's terrible. She's terrible. Talking about, for real, when she was like, has she replied to my letters? I was like, what, an apology for you killing her son? Like, what you want? What you want her to say? Like, what? No.
And I'm surprised they didn't write anything for Aegon to respond to him. I'm surprised they didn't
let that ride.
Right. Yeah, why did they let that ride? Especially with him sitting next to him.
Because that was to show that she gets no respect in that room.
Yeah.
And remember later on, she even said to her father, like, I can't have you constantly undermining me. I think it was just to show that nobody's listening to her in there. Like, she thought she was running shit, but she's not. You're still a woman, and they still gonna treat you a certain way.
Oh, she found that out when they had been talking behind her back, planning for Aegon to take over the throne in the first place. And she was like, hold up, y'all been talking without me. Yeah. She
ain't in charge.
That's what they said. You ain't nobody. We don't report to you.
Go sit down. It's okay. Just the grown folks are talking.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna say something to make you laugh whenever you finish.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, because I was
No,
moving
finish your
on to
thought
the
because you know
worst
how you
part.
are.
No, I was going on to the worst part of the whole show. Go ahead. What you got? What were you gonna say to make me laugh? You making your own self laugh.
I shouldn't say it out loud, but I'm gonna say it. The scene, you're gonna pick up on it the minute I say the scene. Okay, so remember Laris got rid of most of her staff. So all these ladies that were around her when it was her bath time, she didn't really know them. And they were getting ready to wash her. And she used a washcloth.
You stupid. I was talking to somebody the other day and I was just like, for people who don't use a washcloth in the shower or the tub, what do they do when they wash dishes? They just rub their hand on the plate. Well, if you're gonna use a sponge on a pot, why wouldn't you use it? You see what I'm saying? Like you need a sponge to clean. Why?
That's why I brought it up.
You wouldn't use your hand to wash
Wait
your
a minute.
car.
I will go one further from you because they actually showed this scene during the show when Corliss went to thank Alan at the ship and they showed them with an actual mop cleaning the ship from the blood. I'm like, so you use a washcloth essentially on every damn thing else but your
body. But your body, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying what you ain't out here washing, like people out here washing a car. You ain't using your hand rubbing the side of it. You're gonna use a rag or a sponge. Like how you gonna use hands on the body? What is this doing? Yeah, so I'm glad. Yeah.
When I saw that, I just bust out laughing. I had to put it on mute because I was like, she just rubbing herself with it. I was like, she using a what?
Yeah, somebody black in the writer's room. Like, I'm gonna need her to have a washcloth. I'm gonna need her to have a rag.
A rag.
A wash rag.
Because that's what that guy said. He said rags were for poor people. Mm-hmm. Okay, but this the queen.
What I want to know is, was that guy Alan supposed to be important?
We don't know yet.
That's what I'm just wondering. Was he? I was like, who is he? Why are they spending? Why is this big Green Mile looking dude on my TV? Like, what's his purpose? Thing. And he all making look. They just kept like zooming in on his face or something. I was going, what is this about?
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to file that away for later. Okay, so the scene. All right, so Rhaenyra said, I want Aemon Targaryen. Daemon was like, say less. All of us in the room watching it Sunday, everybody was like, oh, Daemon was like, say less. So he went to handle it.
I was just waiting on you to tell me to go.
Yep. He's like the Cain of Westeros. Like, right. Who I gotta kill. Okay. So he sends Blood and Cheese. Blood is the big dude, and Cheese is the little rat catcher guy with his dog. And even though they killed the one son, the biggest thing that everybody was upset about after that episode was why he had to kick the dog. We were all in the room like, kick that dog. Why you kick the dog? I was like, folks ain't gonna like that. You don't kick no dog. You can kill the baby, but don't kick no dog. Like that's how people were acting online. It was like, wow.
Yeah. After Daemon said he got one eye.
Mm-hmm. He got silver hair and one eye.
The prince.
But they also asked him, well, what if we can't find him? And then they just ended the scene. Daemon just gave him a look like, just handle it.
It was just so funny. But I will say one thing. It's funny you should say people were saying. Kim was saying, so when Blood was in the other room setting the traps, he put the fire on the floor.
Mm-hmm. It rolled down.
It rolled. And I'm sitting here waiting on a fire.
Me too. I was like, is he about to set the damn place on fire? Right. I don't remember that in the book.
Right. And I'm watching the scene move forward. But in the back of my head, I'm going, y'all
Y'all ain't see that
Right.
torch? Yeah,
I'm like, I don't see it fire down the hall. Like, what?
it never did. I don't know. It was, and they showed the camera followed it. So I was like, well, why they do that?
Roll away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
And
It was odd.
then Helena just picked up the little girl and she was just like, as if they can't see you walking off.
What I don't think they did because they were too busy over there slicing the baby up.
But it didn't take two of them to slice a baby.
Yeah, but she did tip out that room. They didn't chase her.
And then
So-
she kept looking. I'm going, girl,
Yeah. So
are you waiting to fall? Is this one of those scenes where you're just waiting to fall? Like,
what
just-
about the part where they were like, which one is your son? And she said, I have a necklace. Did you catch that shit?
I have an Apple Watch.
It was like, I have a necklace. I'm like, a necklace, bitch. Yeah, so which one is your
Cheers.
son?
Cheers.
Yes.
Different.
And then when she went in there, she sees her mama riding this dude. And all she can say is, they killed the boy,
The boy.
not my son. Or they killed your grandson, or they killed Jaharis. She's like, they killed the boy. I was like, this. She might be a little touched. I'm starting to see.
Be a little.
She might be a little bit touched. Yeah, that whole scene. Yeah, and folks online were pretty upset that the scene wasn't as gruesome as it was in the books. I, for one, am glad that it wasn't as gruesome as the book because it's not. Nobody wants to see that. It's they're not literally babies; they're
Child.
toddlers that you don't want to see. We didn't need to see that.
And I'm sure they're gonna show a head. Let's go and be clear. They're gonna show a head.
Maybe from the back, like the head with just the hair, like you can see it from the back. They're not gonna show a decapitated baby head face.
I don't know.
They're not gonna do that. I'm pointing like you can see her. Rhaenyra giving birth last season, snatching that deformed baby I heard, cooch, was a lot.
It was.
The red wedding was a lot. There's only so much trauma I'm trying to watch on TV, but those were all adults too.
Yeah.
You can only do so much with baby. And in the book,
we kicked the dog.
And everybody was shocked. Like everybody's appalled about him kicking a dog. That if they show me a decapitated baby head, I might throw up.
Yeah, no, you ain't.
And then something else happened in the book that I'm glad they didn't show. So I was just like, I'm good with it. Folks are like, as traumatizing as that scene was in the book, I wanted to see it on screen. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Calm. Y'all need to simmer down. Y'all for real. Simmer down. Hey, no, listen. I'll tell you off camera because it ain't it. It was too much. Yeah, we didn't need all that. It did happen differently.
I'm like, damn, I'm so ready for this week because I'm just like, what is Damon gonna do when they find out he killed the wrong person? And let me say this too. Aemond looks exactly like
Alicent to me.
They do favor, but I'm talking about Game of Thrones. He looks exactly like the Ice King, the Snow King, or whatever his name was.
The Night King?
The Night King. I'm talking about jaw and everything. He looks exactly like him. Except I don't remember if the Night King had one blue eye. I know he had blue eyes, but I don't remember if it was one or two. But they favor. But yeah, you're right. He does look like Alicent, like for real.
Yeah, like around the eyes and that big forehead, the shape of the head. He looked like he could be her child for real. I was like, that's pretty good casting.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's it. That was it. I'm trying to see if there's anything I remember that we didn't talk about.
Damon played less of a role this time, and every time he had something to say, it was like, why you ain't doing nothing? Where you going? Did you find what you needed? You good now?
He's ready to act. He's ready to get it popping.
That's all he was saying. He was like, come on. We got things to do.
It is interesting though that he is actually showing restraint,
Mhm,
because
mhm, mhm.
last season he didn't give a fuck what nobody said. He just sliced Corliss's brother, whatever that was,
Vayman,
his brother
Vayman.
Vayman. He just chopped his head off in the
He
middle of
left the tongue.
the court. Like, shut up. It looked like he just said, "Shut the fuck up." Like, and and this season he's trying to say, okay, let me let Rhaenyra let me see what Rhaenyra talking about. Let me not go and flame on, because he ready. But
He ready.
just let me just give me the word and I got it. So yeah, it's just starting out pretty good. I'm excited to see where they're gonna go and how far into this part of the book they're gonna go.
Yeah, and I also want to know if, and I don't know if you remember this part, but the scene in episode 10 when Rhaenyra found out that Daemon was not aware of the story of Ice and Fire. And she found out that Viserys never told him. I wonder if that's gonna ever come back up.
I wonder if they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting to, I don't know how they're gonna incorporate it into this season, but I just really wonder if it's ever gonna come back up. And Corlys had a dagger made for
Laenor. No, Jacaerys.
Luke.
Lucerys, yeah.
Yeah, for Luke. And so yeah, so like what's gonna happen now? Like, so does Jace become the king in waiting, and is Corlys gonna give the dad? I'm like, come on, what we gonna do? Like, I almost wish it's 2 shows in one, because I'm like,
yeah,
we need to see some more stuff. Like, remember y'all talked about this? Don't forget it, right? Like,
don't put a pin in that.
Yeah, put a pin in there to make sure you come back, because I want it to.
Yeah. And see, and I was looking at, did you notice at the beginning that Cregan Stark had the sword, like the Jon Snow sword? I was like, oh, I don't know why that scene, it was so short, but it just, I don't know.
But we were on the wall for
and he was like,
a couple of seasons.
They didn't build this wall for nothing. It wasn't because they worried about savages and
to keep out death.
Yeah. He said the dragons wouldn't even go past the wall. I was like, damn. Yeah.
Yeah. I and it's so crazy for people who, like I said, and like we were saying in the very beginning, if you were a GOT fan, you were a GOT fan. Like, when I saw the wall, I was like,
yeah, like they really got us all excited about some imaginary shit. George R.R. Martin, he got some sickness in his head, but the books are good.
Creative.
The books are good. He's very creative. Now, I've read before that some of it is from history. And the royals had a lot of inbreeding. I don't know if it was so much of the brother sister stuff, but the royals wanted to keep their bloodlines.
And the made up language, which is a combination of Latin and Arabic.
And my cousin and I were saying that we want to see, like, if they do another spinoff series. I know they were supposed to be a Jon Snow one.
Yep.
I'm okay if they don't do that, but I kind of want to see. We were saying we want to see a series about the Mad King. So this is 100
Baratheon.
Targaryen. The last Aegon Targaryen. The next one to come along.
Right.
Yeah, because he was the one that went crazy, and then Jaime had to kill him. So I want to see that series.
Okay.
Because that's a huge chunk of important
It
things to happen between this series and Game of Thrones. I think that would be so good. Because
well, hence the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, we almost have to. That's what I'm saying. When are they gonna bring it up again? Y'all need to close that out for us.
I'm sure it's gonna come up again.
Yeah.
Because
that's why I
Rhaenyra
like
has to. Rhaenyra right now is the only one who knows about it, so she's got to tell somebody, and so it's gonna have to happen, right?
yeah.
Or the whole dream will die.
Right.
That's how
Right.
dreams and prophecies. They got to tell somebody. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's why I'm glad I didn't read the book. I read Jurassic Park and Color Purple before I saw the movies, and I was so critical, especially of Color Purple. I was like, that ain't happening in the book. I just couldn't get past, because the book was excellent.
the
The
book
book,
was great. I read it so many times.
yeah,
I
and I
love
am a
Delvin.
huge Michael Crichton fan, and I read those books
I read
almost
all of those.
overnight,
I
right?
did. I read all of those. I
Right.
didn't know the movie. I didn't know they were going to be movies when I read the
Right.
books.
Right. I didn't either. But the stuff just sticks with you, especially when it's really good writing. And I was like, I don't want to read. I don't want to read this. I just want to enjoy whatever creativity they come up with, because I remember how
Yeah.
it was with The Color Purple, and I was like,
See, I'm on the other side. I like that. So I read The Color Purple, Jurassic Park. I read Game of Thrones, and
oh, Angels and Demons.
I read that, and I read Harry Potter. I read those books before I even knew they were going to be movies. I didn't
Okay.
know there were going to be Harry Potter movies when I read the books.
Mm.
So when the movies come out after I've already read the book, I'm excited to see how
How
close
close?
they
Yeah.
get to how I imagined it.
Mm.
Like, did we all read this and imagine it the same
Yeah.
way? Like, even if they're just telling you the person had red hair, when you see the
Yeah.
character, when you see the actor that they pick, you're like, it is
Maybe.
perfect.
Yeah.
The casting on this show is excellent.
It
I mean,
is.
this one and Game of Thrones, the casting is excellent. The
Mhm.
scenery, the clothes, the colors, the everything. And I felt the same way about Harry Potter. I thought Jurassic Park. I thought the casting on Color Purple was good. I
Oh
think,
yeah, by
you
far.
know, and they can't do everything in the movies, and then
Right.
they do it's hubris, but the directors and writers and stuff want their own flavor on
Their
the
own
book,
spin on it. Yeah,
their own
I get
spin on it.
it.
And it's just
I
like,
get it.
you full of yourself. We loved the book because it was the book. Or
Right.
how dare you change it? And that's kind of, I know we get into that, but
Yeah.
I think they're doing a good
Creative
job.
license. Yeah. So
House
Dan
of the Dragon.
Brown. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say House of the Dragon came out after Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
And I read the book. I want to say I read it after the
Game of
series
Thrones was
started.
over.
No, I think I read House of the Dragon. It's called Fire and Blood. I think I read Fire and Blood after I started watching the series.
Okay.
So now I'm a little here and there on that one.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
skip the book. The book is actually not that good.
Well, and that's what I was going to say about Dan Brown with Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, because I grew up Catholic. It was like I could imagine it anyway, even without the movies and stuff. I was just, and I had been to all of the places in the book, and I was just like, I
You
have
been to the
pictures.
Vatican and stuff?
No,
Oh.
not there, but in London.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it was just so, my imagination was vivid, but it was totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But and I like Dan Brown books too. I still got to finish this damn Lost Symbol book. I still hadn't finished that. I keep reading the first like 20, 25 pages, and then I put it down for like a year. So I need to go back to it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I just don't like how we're talking about in Power Book 2. I just really, there are so many things that were pointed out and focused on. I don't want them to forget nothing. Please don't forget nothing, because then I'm gonna be like, well, what the hell did that mean? Like, what? Why did y'all zoom in on the fire thing going down on the floor if it wasn't gonna be no damn fire?
Yeah, there are some choices that make you wonder, or maybe we just, we've been trained to look at every little thing because these people put Easter eggs and stuff in shows and movies, and so we're picking up on every detail. Maybe we weren't supposed to pay attention to that. but then why did they focus on it? Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, and we done spent a lot of time talking about it, and it didn't even mean anything. So,
well, yeah,
you know,
we don't know because because how they left it was Helena ran
they
to
killed
another
the boy.
side of the castle, so that's back over here. So
They
if
might
it
start the
does
next
wind up
episode
catching
with
on,
flames. Yeah,
hmm,
they might start the next episode with flames or something.
right. So we don't know if they're gonna, but I
Yeah.
just feel like sometimes I know they have to do that because I have a friend that's mass comm and she used to talk to us about filming and stuff like that, and the types of things they would do to zoom in and out and place emphasis on certain things. But I'm just like, don't do that when we trying to make sure we understand what the hell we looking at. Like,
Don't distract me.
don't
distract me.
distract me. Yeah, I'm trying to find out where Helena running to because Helena nutty ass probably would have ran outside and just looked up.
Yeah.
Where I run to. Okay, I'm sorry.
That is empty space when I need love.
Oh Lord, I got us started, y'all.
And
So
I can't
yeah, so
sing.
it's gonna be interesting to see Saturday, how this is gonna. Oh, it's not Saturday. It comes out on Fridays. Saturday.
Sunday.
It's
Game of
Sunday.
Thrones comes on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock.
Power Book 2 is Friday,
Yeah,
right?
Power comes on at midnight Friday, but House of the Dragon comes on Sunday. We know what comes on Saturday, but we won't discuss it because it's not worth it. So until next time, party people, party people. Boom, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. I silly. You silly. I ain't trying to be funny, but I ain't trying to be funny,
But
but
who's silly? Who's silly? Ow.
yes,
Podcast.
yes. Come on back and see what we talking about next time, or let us know what you want us to talk about. We can throw some of that in there, or maybe you want to come visit us. Hey,
Or maybe we got it wrong. Maybe
come on, give us
Helena.
your opinion. Yeah, maybe you
Yes.
see something different.
Yeah, maybe you see something different. Maybe it wasn't rats.
It was. Now, anyway, all right then. Don't forget to stay in touch. When that subscription notification comes up, come on, watch the video. If you're new joining us, then like the video and subscribe because we got some more for you. All right, until next time, deuces
Peace.
up.